If you want to sit on a block, you can. And you can cross your legs if that's comfortable for you. And just start to settle into your breath. Focus on the inhale and the exhale. Breathe. You can envision that breath coming in through the soles of your feet, working its way up through your body until it reaches the crown of the head. And exhaling that air out from the crown of your head, through your body and out the soles of your feet. Just a few more breaths here. And let's go ahead, let your breath return to normal. And we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. Let's glance up toward the sky. And head comes back center. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Glance up toward the sky. Only go as far as works for you and your neck. Head comes back to center. And exhale the arms down. One more. Inhale. Head looks up toward the sky. Make sure those shoulders aren't reaching towards your ears. Space. Head comes back to center and bring it down. If you're sitting on a block, you can remove that. And let's just go ahead and walk it forward to a nice forward fold. Breathe. And now walk it back up to seated. Inhale the arms up. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers. Inhale here and exhale, just come to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Let's take the left arm out and extend the right arm overhead. If you like, you can look towards that right palm. You can have as much or little bend in this left arm as you like. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we're going to take the right arm out. Left arm comes overhead. Again, you can look straight or you can look up at that palm. And again, as much or as little bend in this right arm as you like. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Let's go ahead and walk it forward to that forward fold again. If you have a block and you want to use that to support your head, you can. it back to center. Let's inhale here. Exhale, chin toward the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to the sky. Only go as far as works for you and your neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Now let's just rock the head side to side here. And whatever side you're on, pause and just give gentle nods, assuming this is okay with your neck. And we'll pause and rotate through to the other side and do little nods here. And pause, rotate through, chin to chest. Inhale, center. So we're going to work through some head rolls or neck rolls now. We're going to exhale, chin to chest. And we're going to inhale as we circle up. Exhale as we circle down. You get to choose how fast, how slow, how big, how small. It's whatever works for you. Don't forget to breathe. And once chin gets back to chest, we'll reverse direction. Inhale up, exhale down. And inhale, center. Let's go ahead and take the right hand to the left leg, extend the left arm out. You can either rotate it back or swim it back. We're going to come into a gentle twist. Exhale. Breathe. Glance towards that back shoulder. Inhale, center. Let's reverse sides. So we're going to take the left hand to the right leg, extend the right arm out, and again, you can rotate it back or swim it back to come into your twist with your exhale. Inhale, center. Let's walk it forward one more time. Again, if you need that block, grab it. And walk it back to center. Let's go ahead and come on to all fours. So if you need a sip of water, grab it. And so, we're coming to all fours. Hopefully I don't disturb my sleeping puppy here. But I'm motivated by my sleeping puppy over here. We're going to keep our bottom up. We're going to walk our hands forward and come to the chin or the forehead into puppy pose. Only come as far as works for you and your shoulders. This gets into the upper back quickly. Breathe here. And let's slowly release. Make sure your fingers are spread wide apart. You have a little bend in the elbows. We're going to inhale, we're going to exhale, we're going to curve the upper back up, slight tuck of the chin into a nice cat pose. Inhale, we're dipping forward, arcing the low back a little bit, looking forward, still have that slight bend in the elbows. Cow. Exhale, curve. Inhale, forward. Exhale, curve. Inhale, forward. Exhale, curve. Inhale, forward. Let's come to neutral. Let's go ahead and wag our tail. So we're just shifting the hips side to side. Now let's meet in neutral and center. We're going to shift the hips to the right. We're going to turn our head and kind of our shoulder a little bit, creating a little bit of a C curve here, looking towards that right hip. Inhale, center. Now we're going to do that on the left side. So we're shifting our left hip out, shifting our left shoulder, glancing over that left shoulder towards the left hip. And back to center. We're going to go ahead and sit it back. You have two options here. If you want to get a little bit of a toe stretch, then curl your toes under and sit it back. Otherwise, we're just going to sit it back. And let's just roll the shoulders out. And now we're going to roll them forward. If you've got your toes stretched, we'll just go ahead and release that. And let's inhale the arms up. And exhale them down. Now let's give the wrists a little shake. And maybe a little circle. And switch directions. Now we're going to come back to all fours. So we want to make sure we're nice and neutral here. We're going to keep the weight in the left leg. We're going to extend the right toes back. We're engaging the core here. We're going to lift this back leg no higher than bottom. This may be all you can do. That's okay. If you can extend the opposite arm, go ahead. And we're going to hold and breathe. Breathe. One more breath. And release. Shake out the wrists. And now let's do this on the other side. So the left leg is coming back. We're lifting it no higher than bottom, really engaging the core here. If you have to keep both hands down, go ahead. Otherwise, we're extending that right arm. And breathe. And go ahead, release. Bring the toes together. You can spread the knees out wide and sit it back into child. If you'd like a block to support your head, you can use it. And let's come back to all fours. Spread the fingers wide apart. Weight staying in that left leg. We're extending the right leg back. Engage no higher than bottom. If you can, we're extending the opposite arm. Now we're going to do little crunches. So we're going to take the elbow to the knee. If you can't extend that arm, then you're just bringing the knee in and extending it out. All right, here we go. With our exhale and inhale. Make sure you're breathing. Engage that core. Two more. And let's extend and hold if you can, just a breath or two. And release. Give the wrists a little shake. And we'll work on the other side. So that left leg's coming back, lifting it no higher than bottom. Again, if you can't, we're just gonna bring the leg in and out. Otherwise, we're extending that arm, the right arm. And here we go, crunches. Make sure you're breathing. Two more. Hold here for a breath or two. And release. Give it a little shake. And let's exhale, curve it into cow. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, curve it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, curve. Inhale, forward. And come to neutral. Curl those toes under. And we're just gonna lift the knees an inch off the mat. So you might need to curve your upper back a little bit to engage the core to do this. Breathe. Lift those knees. There. And release. Inspired by the fact that we saw a bear yesterday morning as we were walking the pup. One more. Inhale, exhale, engage that core, lift the knees. And lower. Now we're gonna go ahead, lift the legs up and push it back to downward dog. So make sure your fingers are spread wide apart. You're not jamming your shoulders in your ears. And let's go ahead and walk the dog out. So bend one knee, then switch. Breathe. Come up onto the tippy toes. And now let's release the heels down toward the mat. With whatever bend you need in your knees, we're going to inchworm the feet up in between the hands. Hands come to shins. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, we're going to fold. Grab the elbows and come into a nice ragdoll here. Have as much bend in the knees as you'd like. You can sway front to front, front to back, side to side. You can do little circles. Whatever feels good. Now, with your knees bent and your arms hanging heavy like you're holding on to one of those big Pilates balls, we're going to roll it up one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Now let's inhale the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. If you need a sip of water, go ahead and grab it. And we'll move into a little flow. So, let's come to the front of the mat. Feet about hip width apart. You can have the big toe mounds touching if you like. Give it a little rock front and back just to feel the ground underneath you. Feel centered. Come into a position that works for you. Check the ribs. Make sure they're not popping up. We're nice and engaged. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, we're gonna swan dive forward. Bring the hands to the shins. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hold. We're gonna step the right leg back and we're gonna bring that knee down to come into a low lunge. So, my front knee is in line with my ankle, the back leg's on a little bit of an angle here. If you've got blocks, you could always use them. You can keep your hands down, or we can bring our hands to the top of the leg. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like, we can inhale the arms up. And if you like, you can do a slight back bend here. Gazing towards the sky, opening the heart. You can open the arms a little wider. Just another breath here. If you're back in the back bend, come back up to center. And we're gonna release the arms down. And we are now gonna curl those back toes under, lift that back leg. We're gonna take this front leg and step it back, coming into plank. If you need to come to your knees for plank, go ahead. Otherwise, we're right here. Fingers spread wide. We're thinking about engaging those shoulders. We have a slight bend in the knees, but the heels are reaching back. Breathe. Take a nice inhale here. And now exhale, we're gonna Chaturanga Dandasana all the way down to the mat. So this is a nice tricep push-up. We're lower, come all the way down. Make sure your feet, you're on the tops of those feet. Let's actually walk the hands out in front. They're a few inches in front of out of the 90 degrees. And we're gonna squeeze those glutes. You can bring those legs together or they can be laterally rotated to stay out of the low back. And we're gonna come into, this is Sphinx pose. Just breathe here. Now walk the hands back. Come back to right by your shoulders. The elbows are now facing back. We're going to curl those toes under and we're going to push it up and back to downward dog. So let's check that positioning here. Fingers are spread wide apart. Head is nice. Not heavy in between the hands. The shoulders aren't panning into the ears. Keep the weight in the left leg. Let's extend the right leg to the sky. Now let's release the right leg down. Bring the weight in the right leg, and we're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. Bring the left leg down. Look in between the hands. We're going to step that right leg forward, and we're coming back to that lowest lunge, right? So we're going to drop this back knee down, checking the alignment with the front leg. Hands can be on the mat. You can use those blocks, or you can bring it up toward the top of the leg. Breathe here. You can stay where you are, or if you like, you can bring the hands up. And if you like, you can move into a slight back bend if that's okay with you. You want to open the arms a little wider, opening up that chest. Feel free. If you're in the back bend, bring it forward to neutral. And now let's windmill the hands. We're going to curl this back foot under so we can lift that back leg. And we're going to step this back leg up to meet the right. Take your hands to the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, pull. A bend in the knees. We're going to inhale it all the way up. And let's bring the palms together. Exhale to heart center. Let's go ahead and reposition here. So build that mountain pose again. My co-instructor Sydney's checking us out. Where if you'd like, you can bring the big toe mounds together. Kind of rock a little front and back to get centered. Roll the shoulders back and down, hands by the sides. We're going to leave the weight in the left leg, and we're going to build our tree. I'm inspired today. So many things. Puppy pose, bear pose, tree pose. All right, so you can stay here. You can bring the foot up just above the ankle, just below the knee, or above the knee, just not on any of the actual joints. And hands, wherever works for you today. If you need a pole to help support you, you've got a wall, please use it. Hands could stay namaste. Or if you're able, or you'd like to try, go ahead and bring the arms up and open the branches of the tree. Breathe. Try to pick a focal point that's not moving. You fall out, just rebuild. It's part of the practice. Now let's bring the hands, if your hands are extended, back together and bring them to heart center. Now, if you can, let's go ahead and take this leg and we're going to bring it back straight. So our hips are flashlights facing down, hands can stay in heart center, warrior three. You can leave your hands here. You can extend them out in front. You can bring them behind, out to the side, whatever works for you here. If you fall out, rebuild. One more breath here. And release. Go ahead, shake it out. All right, let's rebuild let's build that on the other side. So let's come into our nice mountain pose. You can give it a little rock front and back to really start to feel grounded. When you find that good spot, we're rolling our shoulders back and down. Weight staying in the right leg. And let's start to build our tree on the other side. So again, whatever works for you. Each side might be different. We'll see how well, I think I'm leaning down a hill now. So we'll see. Hands, again, can be on your hips, out to the side, into prayer. And when and if you're ready, hands can come up and you can open. Breathe. You fall out, just rebuild. All right, hands come back together. Lower them to heart center. And here's our balance challenge. Can we bring that left foot in front and then shoot it back slowly to warrior three? Hands your choice. Remember, they can come out, they can come back, come out to the side. Whatever works for you here. Fall out, just rebuild. Check those hips, they're flashlights. We don't want one jacking up to the sky. Breathe. One more breath here. And slowly release. Give it a nice shake. If you need some water, grab it. And let's go ahead, build that mountain pose again. So feet hip width apart, toe mounds can be touching if you like. Roll your shoulders back and down. Check the ribs, make sure they're not popping. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands come to shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're going to step the right leg back into low lunge. But this time the leg can stay extended. If you need to bring it down, feel free. Let's take this right hand to the inside of the left leg. Left hand comes to the left hip, and we're going to rotate towards this left leg. You can keep the hand here, or you can extend it up to the sky. If you need a block to help, certainly you can use it. Breathe. And we'll bring the hand down, and we're going to step the left leg back, coming into our plank. Take a breath here. And again, we're going to Chaturanga Dandasana all the way to the mat. Inhale and exhale. Here we go. Slowly with the triceps. Make sure we're coming to the tops of the feet. The arms are staying right where they are. Elbows pointing back. Squeeze those glutes. Legs come glute together. Or you can laterally, take them out laterally if you need to help support the low back a little. Inhale, exhale, come up mini cobra. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, release. We're going to build that again. Inhale, exhale, come up mini cobra, or you can extend it up further. Arms still bent or full expression. Breathe. And bring it down. Curl the toes under. We're going to push it back to downward dog. Check in the alignment here. Make sure your fingers are spread wide apart. You're not jamming your shoulders into the ears. Weight staying in left leg. We're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. Bring that leg down. Now we're going to take, if this works for you, we're going to try a challenge here. We're going to tuck the right leg in towards our chest, and we're going to try to bring it forward. So we're moving our body a little forward here, so the knee comes in between the hands, and let's bring it back, come to that downward dog. Now, we're going to extend that right leg to the sky again, and now you're going to step or flow that right leg through to come to warrior one. So let's make sure our knee's in line with the ankle. The back foot's on whatever angle works for you. So I need to step mine out to the side a little bit. Check my foot positioning. I need to get this because I want to get these hips forward. All right, when you're ready, inhale the arms up. Breathe here. If you'd like to give yourself a little back bend here, a little heart opener, you can, you don't have to. If you're in the back bend, come forward. Now we're going to transition to warrior two. So you might have to toe heel that foot in a little bit. We're in between a plane of glass. This front heel's in line with the back, the middle of the back foot. We're going to bring the arms out. Check the back arm, make sure it's not doing anything funky. And we're going to glance over the front hand. How's this bend? How's that knee and ankle alignment? Make sure the shoulders aren't jamming up to the ears. Now let's flip the palms. Flip the palms back. Flip the palms. Flip them back. Now we're going to take the back hand, drop it down the back leg, and reach the right hand up towards the sky. You can keep the bend in the front leg, or you can straighten it, whatever feels good for you. Come back to warrior two. Now we're going to straighten this front leg. If you have a block and you want to use it, we're going to come into triangle. So we are tipping it forward or leaning it forward, and we are going to bring the right hand down. It can come. Maybe you only come here. Maybe you can come down a little further, or maybe you can touch. Maybe it'll work better with a block in some orientation. We're going to extend this left arm up to the sky. You can look down at the mat. You can look works for you in your shoulder. Breathe. And let's slowly give a little bend in this front leg, and let's bring it back up to standing. We're going to pivot the toes, so we're going to be facing forward now. Our toes are slightly pigeon-toed in. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale and just slide down the legs into a forward fold. Again, if you need a block, go ahead, or two. Inhale to a flat back. We're going to walk the hands to the right leg, and we're going to exhale and fold over that right leg. Inhale, flat back. We're walking it through center to the left leg. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, center, walk it back. Center, and exhale, fold here one more time. Inhale, flat back. We're going to slightly bend the knees, and we're going to slowly roll it back up. Now, my back's going to be turned to you. We're going to position to warrior one to the back of the mat. So I'm pivoting my left foot forward. My right foot's coming into whatever angle works for me here. My hips are forward. And I'm going to inhale my arms up. When I'm ready, breathe here. If you'd like to come into the back bend, you can, and heart opener. Do not have to. If you're in your back bend, come back up to neutral. And now we're going to position to warrior two, right? So you might have to toe heel that foot. Arms come up. We're checking the back arm. Make sure it's not doing anything funky. This front leg's nice and bent still, in line with the ankle. Glance over that front arm. Flip the palms. Flip them back. Flip the palms. Flip them back. One more flip. And return them back. Now we're taking this back arm, our right arm, dropping it down the back leg, and lifting the opposite arm toward the side. Coming into reverse warrior. Come back to warrior two. And now we're going to build that triangle. So again, if you need your block, grab it. This time, we're extending that front leg. We're leaning out towards the left and building that triangle. So again, you're in between a plane of glass here. Your gaze can be down. It can be straight out. It can be up to the arm. You can use that block if you need it. Breathe. Slight bend in that front leg. Bring it back up to warrior two. Pigeon toe those feet in front. And we're going to bring it back down to forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. So I'm giving you a choice here. You can either do folding over each leg, or we're going to switch it up. I'm going to bend the left knee, and I'm going to pop so my foot's facing up, my heel's down. So you can see I'm bent over on the left side, and I have length in the right side here. Breathe. Come back up to your center. So if you are just going to one leg, come back to center. And let's fold everybody in center fold. Inhale to a flat back. And your choice again, you can walk to the other leg and hang over that leg, or we're bending the right leg and we're making the left leg straight, that heel's popping up, and we're breathing. And wherever we are, we're going to meet back into center. Make sure that you've got a little pigeon toe there. You didn't lose it, so you don't go into an accidental split. And here we go, fold. Inhale, center. Slight bend. You might need to toe heel your feet in a little bit, little bend. Let's roll it on up. Let's pivot the hips to come forward, so the right leg's forward. We're going to bring the hands down. We're taking the left hand to the inside of that right foot. Again, if you need a block, you can use it. Taking the right hand to the right hip, turning over the bent leg, and if you like, you can extend the arm up. And bring the arm down. You're going to go ahead, step this back leg forward to come meet the right. Hands come to shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're coming all the way up. You can do a slight back bend here if you'd like. Come back, center. And we're going to exhale the hands down to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. We're going to go ahead and come on down to the mat. If you need water, go ahead and grab it. Let's go ahead. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. Let's actually take these feet out a little bit further away than we normally would necessarily. And come into turtle pose at first. Also inspired, we saw a turtle walking yesterday. Inhale and exhale, bring it forward. If you need a block, go ahead. Breathe here. Inhale up. Now we're going to take the feet back in a little closer to the body. Inhale up, and again, if you need a block, bring it to where you need it. And exhale, bring it forward. Notice the difference in the stretch from when the legs were just out a little further than when they're closer in. It's a little different. Breathe. Inhale up to center. Now let's go ahead, bring the knees together, extend the legs out straight. Wiggle around. Let's bring the hands by our sides, a nice staff pose, sit it up nice and tall. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, we're going to come forward. Think about creating a C curve here. It'll help you extend a little further. If you have a strap, you want to grab it. You could always use your strap here. Otherwise, hold wherever you can reach, wherever's comfortable. Think about extending more of the chin than the forehead to kind of protect that neck here. Inhale back back up to center. And let's come into a little inversion. I'm going to give you a couple options. So if you have a block, you can always stick it underneath your low back and stick your legs up to the sky. You can do this even without a block. You can, if you have a block, come into a supported bridge. If you practice shoulder stand, just being careful of your neck, you can come on up to shoulder stand, supporting your back, making sure your feet are straight up and actually coming maybe a little away from the body. If you prefer to practice plow, you can always bring your feet behind you. Again, being very careful of the neck. Hands are down by your sides, or you can support your back. Your choice, just for a few breaths. Whatever position you're in, let's just slowly come out of it. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Let's bring the legs into 90 degrees, arms into a T. Inhale, and we're going to exhale, drop the legs to the right. Head can look straight or to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Bring the legs into the chest. And let's go ahead and come into a Shavasana. So whatever pose works for you. Traditionally, legs are out wide or out straight. Feet are pointing out to the sides. Hands are by the sides, palms facing up. If you need to bend your legs, you can. If you would prefer to be seated, you can. And just focus on that breath. Coming in through the soles of your feet, working its way up through your body until it reaches the crown of your head. Let it pause, and then exhale that air out, down through the crown of your head, through your body, and out the soles of your feet. Slowly, let your breath return to normal. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you'd like to take your arms overhead for a nice symmetrical stretch, you can. And if you like, you can roll into the fetal position. It doesn't matter which side. Just use that arm as a pillow. And let's slowly make our way up to seated. You can keep your eyes closed. It doesn't matter where you land on your mat. Let's bring the hands together, heart center. You can slowly open your eyes. Let's go ahead, before we take our inhale, just center on something positive, something you're grateful for. Maybe it's this live time that we have together. Inhale that in. And exhale out any stress or negativity. Center in on something positive, something you're grateful for. Maybe it's self-compassion. Inhale that in. And exhale out all that bad stuff. Take One more in. One more exhale. Om Shanti Namaste.